Welcome to our forum. Uh, for today's forum, we would like to share about the KOE student mobility webinar. So, for our webinar sharing session, we actually have four speakers that will be sharing about their own experiences. So, I will be introducing our speakers, which is Sister Sharifah Nurul Alia binti Syed Ibrahim from the Material Engineering, and then Sister Nasha Atirah binti Rizal, our a student from Chemical Engineering, and then Sister Ashatun Nazihah binti Azman Shah, which is a student from Material Engineering, and also Sister Nur Farah Akilah binti Ahmad Fazli from Chemical Engineering. So, before we start our program today, I would like to start with a recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah. Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إني أسألك علما نفيعا ورزقا طيبا وآملا متقبلا. Oh Allah, may our sharing session today will be benefiting to us. Hopefully, that everyone be sus- can be successful and applying the knowledge for this sharing session. So, Amin Amin Ya Rabbal Alamin. Um, so, without further ado, uh, I would like to ask a little bit about this career student mobility program. So, uh, would you, to our respected speakers, would you like to share a little bit about your experiences uh, during your internship undergraduate in Taiwan? Would you please tell us a little bit about it?
Sorry, tak on mic punya. Okay, so how we actually got this internship opportunity is actually but before that, just to clarify from beginning, our application pathway might be different from those who are interested for future student that interested to internship, because we were actually the first undergraduate intern batch research Ming University of Technology Taiwan. So how actually this actually the opportunity came. So for your information, uh, our our university IIUM, especially Kuliah of Engineering, we had a collaboration with the university, Ming University of Technology. They already have programs like 3+1, 3+2. This 3+1 and 3+2. These the students already currently in Taiwan right now for student mechanical and mechatronic students. Also have a program for materials department, which is 2+2. They will have a flight go there, like in Taiwan at next year, I think. So collaboration. We had like a discussion, like is there internship opportunities to for our students, us to make internship there, since MCUT has a lot of facilities to do the internship. So and also if I'm not mistaken, we are not just first undergraduate intern batch, but we also there as first Malaysian students. I think yes, you can go to the slide. First, we are also first Malaysian student. So this makes people there look at us as their first impression of Muslim Malaysian students. So our line with either with the research exposure or finally project related work. So that's why it is aligned. We can what the opportunity came because there is like research. What they give, the facility they give is actually aligned. So next slide. So actually for me and Sharifa, which is we are from material student, it's different for Nasha and Farah, the chemical student. We have different like pathway, not different pathway, different how we get this opportunity is different. So for us, material, we were actually like let the lecture us is that opportunity, and through the selection to the MCUT, the head department of materials department there, to send our application to submit our CV to them, and we were nominated through their selection process, and we were selected based on suitability for the research environment. However, for Nasha and Farah, they have their own project that they discussed with the lecturer, and they applied for like a national funding program, which is International Internship Pilot Program, IIPP, which we'll discuss later on. Where they get their allowances, but they need to write a report and submit their report monthly. So overall, actually this was not a standard open application. It was more like just because our institutional collaboration, research matching, and lecture support. So that's all for me.
Oh wow, that is very interesting from you because you guys are the first undergraduate, right, for this internship program. So, uh, I would like to ask you, what about your internship experiences over there? What do you experience over there, and how do you cope with it? Living in Taiwan culture like that. Would you like to? Will you please explain a little bit about it?
All right, for the internship experience, am I audible? Dengar ke? Okay. All right, so for the internship experience, thank you, brother. So I will keep it simple and focus on three things, which is first, experience, and the second one is lab and research exposure, and the third one is what I learned from the research culture there. So this internship was a joint international placement between IIUM and Ming University. So it is not a typical industrial internship where you mostly observe do or a routine work. This one was very research based. So I worked directly in a university lab together with postgraduate students and researchers. So from day one, I felt like a student researcher, not just an intern. So my main research focus on the first one is atomic layer deposition, or ALD. To put it simply, ALD is a very precise way of making very thin films, and it's extreme devices. So I work high K dielectric materials like hafnium oxides and aluminium oxide, which are commonly used to replace silicon dioxide in advanced electronics. And one of the best part of this internship was the hands-on lab experience. I was trained to use advanced equipment such as ALD machines, and for machine, there's no ALD machine in Malaysia. It is hard to find in Malaysia because it's too expensive, and that's such good opportunity to use it in Taiwan. And then we do some, XRR, XRD, and 4-point prop system. At first, I just watch and listen very carefully, but slowly I would move on to handling experiments on my own, which both exciting and a bit scary but in a good way lah, because sometimes I feel like the machine will explode, something like that lah, because you handle it by yourself. So that experience really boosted my confidence as a material engineering student. I also learned that research is just about runs all day. At MCUT, Ming University Technology, everything follows a proper research workflow. You read paper first, and then you do experiment, you analyze the data, and present the result. So it taught me the good research needs passions, planning, and disciplines, not just lab skills. Of course, not everything went smoothly. There were moments when machine didn't cooperate, like I said, explode, data didn't look nice, and plans had to change. But instead of panicking, me and Aishatun learned how to adapt, analyze what we already had, and discuss solutions with my supervisor and lab mates. That's when I realized that problem solving is a very real and important skill in research and engineering. One thing I really appreciated was the research culture at MCUT. Discussions were very open. Every Friday, we will have discussion every Friday with our supervisor and others postgraduate students. Students were encouraged to ask questions, share ideas, and just result as long as it was. I also learned that research is never a solo journey. Teamwork matters, and learning from that mate is just as important as learning from. Besides technical skill, I also developed soft skill, especially communication and presentation, because every Friday you need to present everything you had learned throughout the week. So I had to regularly present my progress to my supervisor, which helped me become more confident in explaining technical work clearly. I also learned the importance of research ethics, safety, and responsibility, especially when working with shared and expensive equipment. And it's way too expensive, and you can imagine how expensive it is. So overall, this internship really strengthened my interest in semiconductor and advanced material research. It gave me a clearer picture of how research works in real life and motivate me to keep improving myself in this field and to be a better engineer, material engineer in the future. I think that's all for the internship experience.
All right, thank you, Sister Sarifah, for your sharing about internship experience for the material parts. And then I would like to ask, what about the chemical engineering? Engineering, how do you guys? How was the experience there? Could you please tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so for our chemical engineering student, basically the internship experience, firstly, I'm going to explain to you how we got the internship. So our internship is a research-based internship, and it's very directly linked to our FYP titles. So basically, me and Nasha, we both work different projects. So basically, before we apply for our internship, I actually approached one of our lecturer to ask about our FYP titles and everything. So when we are discussing about the objective, the objective, the concepts of the titles, he decided to do some collaboration with one of the lecturers in MCUT. So basically, from there, he exposed us to apply on IIPP programs, which basically, I'm going to talk about the IIPP programs briefly. There are 3 stages which we need to put applications, and then we have to do some matching session with the lecturers, and sorry. So if you are interested in these IIPP programs, basically you can there will be list of lecturers and also their universities
research backgrounds, so that if you feel your research is maybe similar to what they are doing, you can instantly match with the lecturers. More benefits of the IIPP we will be discussing on other slides. The second one is the research and lab exposure. So basically, during our internship, we are hands-on learning the 3D printing research. And we also operated advanced laboratory equipment. Basically, in our labs, we learn multiple kind of 3D printers such as FDM. And FDM also we have a lot of 3D printers used for different type of filaments. And then we have 3D printer for resin. And lastly, we have gained experience with research software and also data analysis too. Basically, during our internship, we learned a lot about softwares that we never used before. So it is a very good opportunity for us to learn more about 3D printing slicer, 3D printing, how to basically adjust your surface area. It is very interesting once you get to know the software. And lastly, for our FYP integration. So, like I said, it conducted simultaneously during our internship, and because of that, every week we have to do a weekly meeting with our supervisor to show our results, to show our challenges, so that we can overcome the challenges together. Me, Nasha, and our supervisor, every single week we're going to come up with the discussion, the solution, and even though it like maybe we in the lab, sometimes we don't have enough materials. Our supervisor, he's very supportive. He will buy for us immediately all the materials, or maybe if we said maybe like we need this for our safety, he will immediately go and find the solution to ensure that the student safety in the lab is taken care of.
Jadi assemble record na ka.
Yeah, sorry, Sister Balkis, you were in the mic. All right, thank you, Sister Sarifa and Sister Farah. But I have a question for you, for the four of you. Would you like to explain what are the most common challenges that you guys face during your internship experience, and how do you manage it effectively? Could you please share a little bit about it?
So, our challenge. Okay, so our challenge. I don't say it's like a very challenge, but the first thing I think all of us experience is the language and communication. So, as you guys know, they don't really use, like most of them. I'm not saying that all of them, but most of them, they don't really use English in their daily lives. So whenever you try to talk to them, they will always, like trying to think of the words, or maybe, for much easier and clearer communication, they will just use Google Translate. But like I said, it's not really a bigger problem, because I think all of them are very helpful and very kind. They can't speak English very well, but using gestures or using Google Translate, they will try to make us understand of what they're trying to say. So, like, if this is not only in the lab, outside, the elderly there, they even they don't understand what we're talking about. Even they know that we don't understand what they're talking about, they communicate with us, talking about anything about their daily life. This is show how friendly they are, the Taiwanese. So basically, if you want to go to Taiwan, it is much better if you prepare mentally for them to not really, they don't really pro at speaking English. So you always need to prepare your Google Translate, or maybe if you can learn the Mandarin itself, it's. And for the communication, like I said, the Taiwanese, they are very kind and they're very helpful. All of my lab mates, even the student from other labs, they are very generous. So maybe sometimes we have problem with the printers, and politely we will ask lah if they are busy with their works or not, right? But they always spend their time to help us troubleshoot the problems of the printer. And the most amazing things that I about them is that they actually know how to troubleshoot all the machines in their labs. So I think that is very cool for them. And also one last thing, so to use instruments like XRD and Raman, they require a license to operate the machineries. Basically, a student like me and Asha, we cannot just go and use the machineries. However, they will spend like 2 to 3 hours to help us with all the data analysis. They even gave opinions whether the result is okay or not, or maybe the result is maybe result looks better. So in my opinion, if you go to Taiwan, even though you have language barrier, but I don't think it's not that hard for you to try and adapt in Taiwan, because people there are very friendly and kind. So I think that's from language and communication. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your insightful sharing. And then I would like to ask, let's talk about outside the lab. Outside the lab, how was your daily life in Taiwan? So, I mean, like, what were you guys doing other than internship programs and doing research? What were you guys doing? Your work-life balance, how does it occur? Would you like to please share a little bit about it?
Okay, so I will present about the work-life balance and lab hours. By the way, thank you, Brother Megat, for the question. So okay, so for work-life balance and lab hours, honestly, it was quite manageable. Most of the time, we followed normal weekday working hours, like regular office schedule. The lab hours were structured but still flexible. It really depends on the experiment that we run and what my supervisor advised. So lab work was usually very focused during the day. So we tried to be productive while in the weekdays, and the evenings and weekends we were generally free unless there was an experiment that needed to be run. So what I really appreciated was the research culture there, because the supervisors and lab members respected our personal time as internship students and also as a foreigner student to the Taiwan. And there wasn't pressure us to stay late in the lab just for the sake to finish our lab, but they value efficiency more than long working hours. So overall, the work-life balance was healthy. And I also want to share a personal experience about work-life balance. There were times my experiments failed several times in a row, and honestly, it can feel very overwhelming, overstressed. So during those moments, my supervisor didn't push me and Farah to keep forcing to do the experiment, but my supervisor actually encouraged us to take a break and go out during the weekend, like exploring or resting, so that I could clear my mind and start fresh. Okay. Yeah, after taking that break, I came back to the lab feeling more refreshed and motivated, and I think it really helped us to start again with new mindset and with feel more motivated. So I think that's all from me.
All right. Thank you for the interesting uh, work-life balance. I would like to ask a genuine question. So, as we are aware, we all of us are Muslim, right? So, how do you guys cope with the Muslim Islamic Sharia, like performing your salah and getting halal foods? Is it really easy there? Is it can you like you can literally go somewhere and then it's already have halal food? Is it really easy to get it?
All right. Thank you, brother. So for halal, we as a Muslim, halal is a must, right? We need to find something that halal. We need to pray our salah, and we always bring travel telekung. We always bring it everywhere. We bring it everywhere, even though we doesn't know if the place have musalla or not, but we just bring it because it is our obligation, right, as a Muslim. And and for your information, in Taiwan, there's a lot of, I could say, they they acknowledge Muslim people. So I can say that the Taiwanese people, like Taiwan people, have provide us a space, some space, especially at restaurants, for us to pray, to perform our salah. So let me share a bit about transport and food in Taiwan, because but is very for transportation. Growing up in Malaysia, doesn't have our own cars, motorcycle. Uh, is a is quite challenging, because if you don't have thing like that, you can't go everywhere, because Malaysia is so big, and everywhere you go, you need to have car or motorcycle, even bicycle. But surprisingly, in Taiwan, I could still go almost everywhere. Taiwan is very walkable, and I mainly use bicycle, buses, commuter trains, and the Taiwan high speed rail for a long distance travel. There is Uber in Taiwan, like Grab, but I rarely use it, because not because it's bad, it's too good. Even for public transport, for Uber, they use EV car most of the time. So when we mention EV car, of course, it's way too expensive for us as a student. So Uber was like more an emergency option, not a lifestyle for us. Honestly, Taiwan's public transport is so good that even without a car, was still very. You just need good legs, good timing, and sometimes a bicycle. Now let's talk about food. This is where the adventure really starts. As you know, we all Muslim, we need to find something that halal. So Taiwan actually has a lot of halal food, and the food is really good, I could say. But the journey to get halal food is not easy. Sometimes it take longer travel time. Sometimes it's cost you. The food is usually more expensive compared to other options, because it is halal. So naturally, 7-Eleven and Family Mart become my survival partner, or my best friend at Taiwan. And when I say they are everywhere, I really mean it. You walk 100 meter, you see 7E. You walk 100 meter again, you see Family Mart. And walk a bit more, you see another 7-Eleven. At one point, I feel like the convenience store were following me. So luckily, both 7-Eleven and Family Mart have vegan food options. So when the halal food was far or pricey, I could still eat properly without starving. So vegan is the option lah. So the experience taught me independence, adaptability, and how to survive transport planning. So if you are thinking to pursue your study in Taiwan, don't worry. Even without a car, even without food challenges, the experience is fun, safe, and affordable. the memories become better. And one time, me and Aisha go outside to at 3 a.m. just to buy some food. You know, as a student, binge eating is normal. Like you studying, you feel very hungry. 3 a.m. we go outside our campus, and I could say that the environment there, it is very safe to go outside. No people, but you feel very safe there. So I could say that experience in Taiwan is very good. Even though you're alone or not a majority, not many people with you, it is good. So I think that's it for food and transportation problems, challenges. Thank you.
Oh wow, that's very interesting to know that you guys were binge eating at 3 a.m. And then the food there, you can get it almost everywhere for the convenience store. Now, I would like to genuinely ask you guys, do you guys go on any short trip at all? Like, if you have ample time, free time, do you guys like go there? And how do you manage between the work and enjoying the scenery over there? Could you like please tell us about it?
Okay, so thank you, Magat, for the question. So actually, I want to continue what Sharifah has said, which is it is safe. It is a safe country to walk because I read somewhere that Taiwan is actually has one of the lowest crime rates in the world. So that is why we rarely encounter the moment like we feel unsafe is no people were harming us. So that is why it is okay, but not prefer to go out at 3 a.m. But it is okay. You understand what I mean, right? So but if you want to go outside like us, don't go alone lah. Even it is safe, it still has possibility. So okay. So back to the short trips. So actually, why we always no no why we always go to short trips, especially on the weekends, even on the evenings if we have free time. Because the buses there, the transportation there is very good. Because the bus is actually very frequent. The waiting time is so much lesser than in Malaysia. Uh, I think the longest time we had to wait is actually around 25 minutes, around that 25 minutes. I think that is the longest, but around 5 to 10 minutes only, which is very contrary to Malaysia that we need to wait around 1 hour, sometimes 1 hour and a few hours to wait for the bus. But and most of the time it's 30 minutes, right? But uh different for Taiwan because most people there actually use the bus and bicycle in their daily life. So for the trips, we MCUT, Ming University Technology, Taiwan, MCUT, is actually located in Taipei. Taipei is their ibu negara, their ibu negara. You know ibu negara, right? So it is like city that is very popular and um, sorry. So there is a lot, and there is a lot of well known places to go in Taipei. Um, so even though it's just like the one city, you have a lot of choices to go to, and with short trips, with just short distance travel. But uh but to not to disturb our work, only focus on trips only on the weekends, but the evening is just nearby. So but for us we did not just focus on Taipei only. We also did go to faraway places, uh other cities, other country, but we usually commute with a high speed train, high speed rail, HSR. uh this is a high speed rail is like the Japanese bullet train. It is very fast. It's around 230 kilometer per hour, which is very fast. So we managed to go to other city, other country, just by the train with the short hour duration hour. So but that said, actually this HSR is very expensive. So if you interested to have to go here, the traveling part is really depending on your budget, depending on your money. Even you get the allowances, but you need to uh spend spend it wisely. You need to spend it wisely, because this for the transportation, maybe for the accommodation. If the Because even with the train, we did not want to like just one day trip. It's Since it's expensive, so we don't want to waste the money, right? So maybe need to get somewhere to spend the night, even for one night only. So if you're traveling at another country, it sure feels different than you travel in Malaysia. It feels very like different vibe, different people, different atmosphere. Uh and it's a very like you're in another world, like you're in another world, right? So, and especially when in Taiwan, and especially in Taipei, it is a very walkable city. So I think we experience a new things and new life occurrence in television, especially in trips and convenient public transportation. So back to like how we uh balance with the work and trips. Mm, on weekends only. Don't go on weekday and disturb your work. That's all for me.
Wow, that is very interesting for you guys. So during your trips, you were budgeting and planning all of it all together, right? So
uh
I would just like, yeah,
I'm sorry. I want to add more. Can we go
yeah.
to the next slide? Next slide, please. Okay. So this is like the overview, like how we the proof, like we're having fun on the weekend when we have our day off. So
Uh, uh, how would you rate the experience? Is it like a once in a lifetime experience, or like it's so good that you want to repeat it again, or like you hope that you can go there? How you rate that experience?
actually, for my personal opinion, my personal rate, I think it's around 8.5, 8.5, because, and I think I want to consider to further my studies there, because it's actually feel the harmony, macam you, you feel it calm and exciting moments when you travel there, the people there and the experience there. So it is very recommended.
Understandable. So what about the other three speakers? What do you guys think about it? Do you guys want to repeat it again or no?
Obviously, I would repeat it again because I don't know, going outside your country, having you learn about new different culture, stay enjoying things. It makes things memorable, and I think I will repeat it. Inshallah, maybe further from pursue for my master. Maybe inshallah.
Inshallah, indeed. So what about Sister Nasha and Sister Farah? Could you please share a little bit about your thought about going there?
Yeah, definitely. I personally will go there again because you go outside from your country and you see things that is different from Malaysia and Taiwan, and you can learn what is their innovation and what is their how their culture, how their people work there, and it is very good. And during the trips you can see the nature in Taiwan, and then you can feel more relaxed and something like that. So, and in addition, I think the Taiwanese people also very good and very friendly, so they can navigate us, and they will try to help us to navigate if we get lost in somewhere. So they are very helpful and very nice. So definitely I will go there again if there is offer to continue master or something else. So yeah.
Wow, thank
As
you. All right, Sister Farah, would you like to share your
sorry.
thought about it?
So as for me, inshallah, I will return there as a tourist because I think Taiwanese people, like Nasha said, they are very friendly and they are very nice. So even whenever you like uh, felt lost or anything, you can always return to the locals to ask for help. And also, um, during my trips there, I also wear a lot of jubah. But to my surprise, I don't really see eyes where people are looking weird at me or whatever. So I think Taiwanese people, they don't really judge people based on their religion, inshallah.
All
I
right,
want to add a
thank
bit.
you. Okay, sure.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead,
uh
share.
for the judge, like how Farah said, they don't judge, but they might judge. They might judge just because they might like look at us like weird, like dah kenapa ni? Why is she wearing that? Just because we were there during summer. Summer is very hot, right? So they look at us like why we were wearing headscarf, why we were covering our body like that. Doesn't it hot? Uh, we know this because there's the local mates from locals that ask us. So that's why they look at us like they don't judge why you're Muslim and so what's not. That's all for me.
All right, so thank you for the esteemed and insightful knowledge. So now we know that they are very friendly people, right? So you can actually go there and uh, enjoy the life there. So now I would like to talk about the cost. So how do you guys manage financially during your entire internship? Would you like to explain a little bit about it?
Okay, so this is our like overall cost and expenditure we spend before we go to the Taiwan and after before we go to the Taiwan, and the allowance that we get from our internship. So for the main upfront cost, the biggest one was definitely the flight because it took 5 hours from Taiwan to Malaysia. So it cost around 2,300 ringgit, but it is 2,300 ringgit because of we buy the 35 kilogram luggage, so that's why it is expensive. And then the insurance, which is we cover for 3 months, around 600 ringgit, and also the visa, visitor visa is 200 ringgit. If you actually, if we as a visitor, we want to visit Taiwan for less than 1 month, it is visa free. But for us, we do the internship for 3 months, so we need to do the visa, and it costs RM 200 ringgit. And then for accommodation, I stayed at the MCUT, the international hostel, because it was subsidized under the IIPP. So the rent is only $1,600 per month. So it's averagely 200 ringgit. So yeah, I think it was a huge help, because without the subsidy from the IIPP, the actual hostel cost in Taiwan would be much higher. So the accommodation was actually very affordable for me, which is 200 ringgit, and we get the room only for two people, only me and Farah, in a room. And then in the room they also have um our own bathroom, so it is very convenient. And they also have 24 hours centralized aircon, so even it is summer, so you don't feel hot when you go back to your dorm. So yeah, it is very affordable for the accommodation. Okay, next for daily expenses. Food was about $700 per week. This food include meals on campus or nearby shops like 7-Eleven, or we buy milk tea outside our outside our university. So the transport around 200 per week, but it is really depends on how far you stay from campus and how often you go out. If you mostly stay around campus, the cost is quite low. But if you like to explore different places, especially on weekends like us, we go to, other than Taiwan, other than Taipei, we go to Kaohsiung, we go to um Taichung or somewhere else. We need to take HSR, high speed rail, so it costs much higher. So in terms of allowance, I received the IIPP scholarship, which is the Taiwan from the Taiwan government. They provide me and Farah 30,000 NTD per month, which is roughly we get RM 3,890 ringgit per month. So from my experience, this allowance was more than enough to cover daily living expenses like food, transport, and other personal needs. So because of the accommodation was already subsidized, I didn't feel any financially stressed during the internship. So the overall, with the proper planning and the IIPP support, the cost of living in Taiwan was actually very manageable. And I think with the allowance for internship, we got almost 4,000 ringgit each. I think it's very high, right? So compared to here in Malaysia, the internship, we sometimes the highest the intern if you intern in Malaysia, the highest you will get is maybe 1,200 ringgit or something else. But if you go to Taiwan, you will get almost 4,000 with the scholarship from IIPP. Yeah, I think that's all for the cost as expenditure.
All right, thank you so much. Now I would like to ask any of you guys, what is exactly IIPP? What does it mean? Can you please tell it, and how do you apply for it?
Okay, for IIPP, it stands for International Internship Pilot Program. It's a program by Taiwan under the NSTC. it is to support international students who want to do internship in Taiwan, like me and Farah. So how we how we get this is actually we apply through the IIPP website, and then we get endorsement from the our supervisor in UIA, and then they and then we apply in the IIPP and endorsed by the UIA lecturer, and then we can get the match the research background, and then we can get through and then we can get to the IIPP. So yeah, you need to have a research proposal, which is the proposal helps to the host university to understand your research and interest and see whether it matches their lab or expertise. So yeah. So if you guys wanna try to apply IIPP, firstly you need to get the supervisor from UIA, and then you can apply through the IIPP website. So here is the IIPP important dates that they open the new intake for 2026, which is you can try to apply during the January, and then they open their the internship period from April to December. So you can choose which one is the suitable for your internship periods. Like for me and Akila, uh we um we apply for intake August to October. So yeah, you need to prepare well before you apply the IIPP. I think that's all.
All right. Once again, thank you for your insightful message and sharing. Now, I would like to ask you if there is a junior come up to you and ask whether they should apply for this uh, once in a lifetime overseas research internship, what would you tell them? How do you uh, let them know about it and how to convince them to join? To share a little bit about it?
Okay, if you get the opportunity to go to the internship in Taiwan or any other places, so I think you just need to try and go for it instead of you just like instead you feel like you didn't feel brave enough to live outside your country, but you need to go outside your apa
Comfort zone.
safe
Comfort zone.
comfort zone. Yeah, you need to go out and you need to see the world. Yeah, I think it's for me. Aishatun, you want to say something?
Okay, how to convince? I think maybe like how to convince, maybe like share the experience, like the like how I just said, like the people there is nice and the food and transportation is good. So maybe just encourage them try to apply for the IIPP program, since if actually, do you know that me and Sharifah, we got the opportunity internship opportunity late, so we it late. That's why we didn't get the IIPP fund the scholarship. But we got the scholarship from the CPTFT, which is under MCUT. CPTFT is Center of for Plasma, Thin Film and Technologies. There is like the department in MCUT. So we got allowance there, but the the allowance is actually quite low. It's nearly less than half from what IIPP gave.
So if you got the chance, please apply for the IPP. And if you manage to get the IPP, please go for it, since it's like it's once a lifetime experience. That's all for me.
All right, thank you so much, Sister Ashatun and Sister Nasha. So, on the behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to all of our speakers for their time, knowledge, and valuable contribution to this forum. A big clap for them. And then we are truly grateful to our distinguished speakers for sharing their expertise and making this program meaningful. So for now, I would like to have uh, a small Q&A session for the audience if you want to ask for anything. So yes, you could ask anything. So from our Dr. Afifa, would you like to ask something about it or no?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sorry, I'm having a sore throat. I just want to ask, while you are in the campus, how do you want? Is there any place for you to pray, or where can you pray if, let's say, there is no specific area for you to perform solar?
Okay, can I answer this question? Okay, so actually, for like if we were staying in the dorm or hostel, there is quite place for us to pray. But when in Ming University Technology, when we do our labs, there is no like there is actually no specific place, specific prayer rooms. There is, but far away, which is in the building, library building, but it is quite far from our workplace. So we usually prepare like a prayer mat to pray uh in a in a empty space, in an empty space to pray. And make sure the place is quite clean to pray and to do our salah. Is that answering your question?
I would like to add a little bit. So you perform your salah inside your room, and if there are empty spaces anywhere, like if you go travel, you would like to find, let's say if you would go to shopping, right? So you would go to the mall, and let's say the prayer time is almost done, and then you go to a fitting room anywhere, and you go like perform your salah there, right there. Is it applicable like that?
Yes, we would try to find empty space or uh empty like the fitting room to perform our salah. But sometimes there is no fitting room and empty space that is suitable for us to pray. Because we usually commute by buses or trains. If there is like if there at times that is very near to the prayer times, near to the next prayer times, we actually do the emergency prayer, which is we pray in the transportation. We pray in transportation to like hormat, to like respect the prayer, since no, tak cukup masa. That's all. I answering your question, right?
Yes, that's answer my question. So just a little more minutes. Is there anyone that would you like to ask? Anyone? would like to ask a question for our esteemed guests, our esteemed speakers? Okay, so if there's no one to ask, I just want to ask a little bit. For this program, do you think is it more suitable for materials students or chemical students, or is it both party can participate in it? What do you think about it?
I think it is open to all engineering students because the IIPP, like me and Farah, we apply for IIPP. The IIPP is open for all engineering courses, which is they have various research backgrounds. So you can apply through the IIPP and just select which background are you from. For example, me and Farah, we are from chemical engineering, but we like to do electrode, so we want to do the mechanical strength from for the our electrode, but we can apply through the IIPP, but we go to the mechanical department. Even though in UIA we are chemical, but I apply for mechanical department in MCUT. For if there is anyone that is not from chemical engineering or not from material department, but you can apply also because IIPP has various research background. So yeah, it's open for all.
All right, so thank you, Sister Nasha, for that thoughtful response and professional thoughts. Now, once again, I would like to give a big round of applause to all our speakers for their excellent and enlightening session. So, thank you so much to our speakers, to the lecturers that joined, and also thank you for our participant that joined. So, for the participant, there is a link in the chat box. You can click it for your attendance for star point given. So yes, I will like you guys to check the chat box and fill in your I attend for star point. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you guys learned something new today, and uh, Alhamdulillah, I think I learned quite a lot for today. And yeah, you guys can leave the meetings because of this ending session. Right. Thank you so much. So goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
All right, thank you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.